Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode number 35 of our EAFC 26 Career Mode. Here for the first time with Coventry City. If you haven't watched the last episode, we did obviously get dismissed from Brentford. Make sure you go back and watch that one to see what happened. But we have taken over at Coventry City in our first game of this episode after our win against Millwall in our first game in charge of Coventry City is coming in the FA Cup. It is against Sheffield United, and we do have a couple of players on the fringes who want to start this game, and they will start this game in De Silva and Torp. We've made a massive amount of changes in this game, obviously being the FA Cup. We wanted to give some other players a chance. Obviously we need to get to know the players in the team, and obviously they need to prove themselves to us as well. So an opportunity for some new players to come in. We are away from home at Bramall Lane, so we know it's not going to be an easy game, especially obviously with the change we have made. Tyrese Campbell being the focus at the start of the game after his performance in the last game for Sheffield United. But hopefully after that win against Millwall we can continue that form and get the victory and progress into the next round of the FA Cup. And it's ourselves who start the better of the two teams. It's Jack Rodoni who picks the ball up in the middle of the park, gets a shot away, but a good save from the goalkeeper to push it round for a corner kick from the attacking midfield, Jack Rodoni. A couple of first team players obviously starting in this game, players like Rodoni, players like Mason Clark, obviously scored a double in that game against Millwall as well, and then Thomas, the centre back as well. So we do have a few first teamers playing, sprinkled in with some other players who didn't play in that first league game of the season. But unfortunately Sheffield United, they did get their first chance of the game and they did take advantage of it. A little bit of a mistake from us in the back line, and finished fairly easily from the Sheffield United attacker to give them a 1-0 lead just 25 minutes into this game. They carried on attacking after that. They have the momentum, and about 10 minutes later it's Brooks down the right side, plays into Cannon, plays into ex-Coventry player Hamer, plays it back to Cannon, and Cannon, it hits off the goalkeeper but does end up in the back of the net to get his third goal of the FA Cup campaign in just 2 games. So we do go into half time 2-0 down. Unfortunately it wasn't looking great for us, but we got a chance straight after the break. Jack Rodoni with a decent shot. He's looking really good in these first couple of games for us, but unfortunately just wide of the post. And then just a couple of minutes later it's Jack Rodoni again getting past his defender, really good run from him, and this time he makes no mistake. He does get fouled after he takes the shot, but luckily his shot does go into the back of the net, and we do pull that scoreline back to 2-1 to give us a fighting chance in this one. A couple minutes later Sheffield United, they get another chance themselves. Fools Tyrese Campbell, another mistake from the defence, not clearing their lines, and Tyrese Campbell, the man we were warned about before the game, it does get his goal in this one and brings that scoreline back to a 2-goal difference and brings the scores to 3-1 to the home team in Sheffield United. So another uphill battle to climb, but we'll give it our best shot. And about 20 minutes before the end of the game it's Hadji Wright who picks the ball up on the edge of the box here. Good run, good strength across the defender, but unfortunately his shot was saved by the goalkeeper. But luckily for us, the defender did slide in, it did make a challenge, and it was Zeze who gives away the penalty and allows us the chance to bring the scores back to 3-2 and put us right back into this game. We did make a couple of changes just before the penalty was taken, and it is going to be the man who we hopefully can rely on this season in Jack Rodoni. Like I say, he's been playing really well this season so far. He gets the chance to put us back into the game, and he sends goalkeeper the wrong way and puts it to Jack Rodoni's left hand side. Second goal in 2 appearances in the FA Cup, and it gives us a fighting chance to get back into this one, and we do get a chance just a couple minutes later. Good ball in off the right hand side, Mason Clark, the man, the legend in that last game, decent shot, but unfortunately a fairly easy save for the goalkeeper for Sheffield United. And then just a couple minutes later Sheffield United themselves got another chance, a little bit of a giveaway from our defence. Campbell gets a chance to get his second goal of the game, but a good save from Galoni in our goal, who's coming in obviously for Dovin, obviously with it being an FA Cup game. And then another change just before the end to try and hopefully get us back into this game and take this game to extra time at 3-3. But we do get a chance here. It's Jack Rodoni once again who picks the ball up, plays into Van Uwink. It's Rodoni who picks the ball back up, a really good chance for him. Good shot to be fair, but a good save from a Sheffield United goalkeeper to keep that one out. And then from the resulting corner it's Torp who can swing this one in with his right foot. Thomas couldn't quite get to it. It falls to the substitute Rosier, who picks the ball up on the edge of the box about 25 yards out, but unfortunately couldn't trouble the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper did make a straightforward save. And just a couple minutes later, a couple minutes before the end, we do get another chance through Effie Mason Clark, but unfortunately at his near post it was another good save from a goalkeeper. So unfortunately we did go out of the FA Cup, we did lose that one 3-2, but another decent performance from us, and one we can definitely take positives from. We got some messages obviously from Torp and De Silva, obviously happy that they were involved in that one after their previous messages. And then we did get a message from the player we sold to Coventry when we were in charge of Brentford in Paris Magoma, saying obviously his contract's running out but he's not convinced his future is here, so he's not currently in the first team every single game, and unfortunately we do get messages. Well, we have this with Werder Bremen when we first joined them, that straight away our job security was up and down all the time, and our job security has already changed just from that one loss in the FA Cup. Our job security has changed to okay, so potentially I haven't actually, if I'm honest, looked at the objectives since we came into Coventry, but potentially getting further in the FA Cup was one of those. So it's all going to rest on our league form, both for our future at Coventry and obviously for Coventry's future as well, and that league run will continue here. We are away from home again, up in Derby, but Derby were sitting about 20th in the league at this point, so we were confident with the performances we put in so far this season that we could come away with something from this game, and it was ourselves who got the first early chance, but a good save from the goalkeeper. But then Derby did get their own chance. It's Goodman who gets the shot, but a good save from Dovin in our goal to push it behind for a corner kick, and then the corner is going to come in from the man who took that shot in Goodman. Plays it short into Adams. Adams plays it back to Goodman. Goodman gets past the defender, swings it in low, but luckily Thomas, the centre back, was there to intercept the one. He's got space to drive into, plays it into Hadji right. We can see Mason Clark making his run, using his pace, and he has a chance to score his third in just 2 league games for us, and he makes no mistake with that one. A couple of step overs to confuse the goalkeeper, and then an easy finish for Effie Mason Clark to give us the 1-0 lead in just 32 minutes. It was a fairly poor first half, I'm being honest, in terms of quality of the game, but we did have the majority of the opportunities. Hadji right have one there as well, but a good save from the goalkeeper once again. And then just before half time, it was Derby County who got the chances. Morris down that left hand side gets past his defender, plays the ball in, and the attacker got there just in front of our defence and does pull the scores back to 1-1 just before half time. So unfortunately we couldn't hold on to that 1-0 lead. Unfortunately Dovin couldn't keep a clean sheet, but we did go into half time at 1-1, which meant we had a chance in this second half, and it's Mason Clark who gets a really good chance early on to get his second of the game, but unfortunately a point blank save from the goalkeeper does keep the scores level in this one. It's Mason Clark once again. Like I've said before, he's been absolutely crucial to us in these first few games. Decides to take the shot this time. He did have Hadji right in the middle, decides to take the shot, but another good save from the goalkeeper. And then about 15 minutes before the end, Rodoni who plays into Hadji right with the shot, but pretty much straight down the goalkeeper's throat. Quite a poor shot, to be fair. Any side of the goalkeeper would have had a chance there, but unfortunately it was straight at him. And it's Mason Clark once again down his right hand side, sees a man in the middle, plays it across, and it's the two men which I've been raving about since we joined this club. Mason Clark setting it up, and Jack Rodoni, who's been performing really well in these last couple of games, and he does get his reward with his first goal under us of the season to give us a 2-1 lead with just a couple of minutes left in this game, which should mean that the victory is ours in this one. We do decide to make a change at the end, Sakamoto coming off, but we did fortunately win that one with that last minute goal from Rodoni, 2-1. So 2 league games so far this season and 2 wins for us, so definitely going well for us. Obviously we are out of the FA Cup, but we'll definitely take that league. Our main focus now, and probably from the start to be fair, was to get into those playoff positions, and if we can keep winning and keep putting points on the board, then we can definitely do that. And then at playoff football, it's anyone's game at that point, knockout football, and hopefully we can get there and hopefully push to potentially get in the Premier League, or at least set the foundations for getting into Premier League next season. But there was no rest up. Obviously the Championship is full of games day in, day out, and we do have our final game of the episode. We are at home this time at the CBS Arena, and it is against Bristol City. Hopefully another one we should be looking to at least get something out of, being at home as well. But again, it was a poor error in defence from us, giving the ball away and not clearing our lines quick enough. Bristol City get the ball down the right hand side with Sykes, plays into Mayula, and Mayula from that distance was going to make absolutely no mistake with that one and does fire it past Dovin and does give Bristol City the lead just 15 minutes in, and it's Fally Mayula with the goal. And like I say, it was another bit of poor defence play from us. We're getting the ball, but we're just not clearing our lines quick enough, and they're stealing the ball off us. It's happening a couple of games now this season, and they're just taking the ball off our feet, and then obviously they're getting opportunities from that, so we definitely need to sharpen up on that front. But it was Bristol City who were really attacking here. Good save there to push out for the corner. Then from resulting corner, we do manage to get the initial header out, but unfortunately it falls back, recycle back to Bristol City. It's Pring who gets it, but we win the ball again not clearing our lines, falls to Mayula once again, and Mayula makes no mistake. I thought at first glance he was going to be offside there, but unfortunately there was a player playing him on. But again, it's our own fault. Again, it's a defence not clearing their lines quick enough and holding onto the ball, and then the opposition obviously stealing the ball off our feet and finding the players in space to get the goals. But we started to really get into this game after they scored their second goal. It seemed to wake us up a little bit. A decent chance there, but a good save from keeper, and then Magoma gets a good shot there as well, but a good header from the defender to keep that one out. And then on the break, Bristol City have got players forward. We've obviously not got too many players back because obviously we were attacking at that point. It's the double goal scorer Mola finds Mehmeti, plays it in, and unfortunately Bristol City do take a 3-goal lead in this one. 3-0 just before half time, and really took the sting out of it. Like I said, we were starting to come back into this game as the half went on, but unfortunately that goal from Josh Stokes did make the scores 3-0 going into half time, so a really difficult one to come back from. And Bristol City, to be fair, they had more opportunities. Mayula trying to get his hat-trick, but just wide of the post with that shot there. And then we had our opportunities. It's Hadji Wright starting up front in this one again, plays into Rodoni, really nice first time pass into Mason Clark. Mason Clark, who else and what other outcome would you expect from Mason Clark? Third game for us this season in the league, and 4 goals for Mason Clark. He was the top scorer when we came in for Coventry, and he is showing exactly why that is. And again, some good play down the right hand side. It's Rodoni involved once again, plays it across. It's Hadji Wright of a header, but unfortunately a difficult angle and a difficult position to get the goal from, and a good save from O'Leary in the Bristol City goal. But down this right hand side again, it's Rodoni and Wright linking up once again, right of the shot, and this time he makes no mistake, keeps it low, past the goalkeeper, puts it into that bottom corner, and brings us back to just a 1-goal deficit with 10 minutes left in this game, which means we do have an opportunity to hopefully get a point in this one. Once again, it's Jack Rodoni involved, and it's Hadji Wright this time with his goal. We do make a triple substitution to freshen things up and hopefully get us back into this game. And from the throw in a little bit later on, we do get the chances. Torp picks the ball up, who came on as a substitute. A good shot from him, but a good outstretched save and catch from O'Leary in the Bristol City goal. And then obviously, as you would expect, being 3-2 up, Bristol City was sitting back. We were the ones attacking. It's Torp who gets the ball again, sees a run of Sakamoto down that right hand side, plays it in. Ellis Sims, who came on as a substitute for Hadji Wright, makes no mistake, just about 5 yards out on that one, and easily taps it in the 89th minute to hopefully mean that we have at least salvaged a draw from this one. So we were 3-0 down at half time. We have brought this one back to 3-3. You can see how happy the fans are, you can see how happy the players are as well, and hopefully that will mean we go away with a point. But in the last dying seconds, unfortunately we do give this one away. You can see that 3 minutes of added time, we are in the 93rd minute, and it's Fally Mayula who does eventually get his hat-trick in this one. He had opportunities throughout the game, and he makes no mistake with the pressure of the last minute. And unfortunately Bristol City do come away from this one with the last kick of the game with all 3 points in a 4-3 victory. Again, good performance and one to be proud of, coming from 3-0 down at half time to bring the scores back to 3-all. But again, it's that concentration of the defence. Going into the last couple of seconds, we obviously lost concentration, and we did unfortunately lose that game 4-3. So not a brilliant one, but we can definitely again take positives from it. And then obviously we were looking for future planning, and we were looking for 2 positions to potentially improve. The first of those was a left back. Obviously we've got some decent left backs in here, but we wanted to obviously see what else was out there and if we could get any more left backs in. And then the second one was a defence midfielder. Obviously at the minute we're playing Eccles and Grimes in there. We have got players like Magoma as well, but again, it's not one that we necessarily need at this point, but I think it's probably our 2 weakest areas of the pitch. So we did look for a world-class prospect, a young defence midfielder, to hopefully come in and challenge that either now or in the future. But just looking at the table, we are still in 9th place after that loss against Bristol City, still 4 points off the playoffs as well, with Swansea City sitting in that 6th place. So still a lot of games left and still a lot of room to challenge. So hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. Please hit that like button if you have. Please subscribe to follow the rest of this journey with Coventry City. Comment down below any suggestions. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.